Hey friends, welcome to the show. It's me, Curtis. I'm getting to where I really enjoy doing this little opening from my desk using my uh, green screen. I'm learning. I'm hoping to be able to pull together a true green screen and start doing some, just kind of maybe taking you some of the trips that I've had by sharing, like running the video in the back. Anyway, I digress. A couple things to cover up. Or not cover up, to clear up. I'm going to reference my birthday in today's show. I recorded this on the 21st, the lemon chicken recipe on the 21st of January, 22nd being my birthday. Lisa took me and some friends to the Left Bank in Tiburon. It's an offshoot of the one that's in Corte Madera. We had a really good time. It's a good restaurant. Yeah, I try never to critique restaurants in a bad way. I always look for the positive things. The service was good. Drinks were fantastic. You know, it feels like they're still going through some growing pains. Anyway, I do recommend the place. We will go back. So that lets you know that I really like the place. And I do have this rule: I give anything two chances. If they're good, I give them a chance to be good the next time. If they're bad, I give them a chance to improve. So I never knock something after a first visit. At least I try not to. Today we're going to do the lemon chicken, and I'm going to make a lemon sauce to go over the chicken. I'm going to serve it with broccoli. Should have made some rice, and I referenced that in the show. Today is Thursday, Feb 2. Wow. Do you believe how fast the year's zipping along? Anywho, today we had our 5th class in the master gardening courses. It was great. Last week we dealt with compost. Lisa's coming to knock on the door here. That we dealt with compost and some other things today, and I'll be sharing that with you. Yeah, so let's get on to the show. I'm going to take you to a tour around the yard. You'll see the Meyer Lemon tree. Going to have a whole lot of fun, y'all. Just remember, it's about spreading love. Have a good time. There's more I can share with you about fresh fruits, vegetables, about cooking. Let me know. Peace. Let's get to the show. Not going to make you wait for the pro tip. We're going to get right to it. When it comes to slicing chicken, now this recipe calls for thin sliced chicken, so one of the easiest things to do, one of the best ways to do this is have your chicken when it's frozen, not solid, just slightly frozen. I just brought this out of the freezer. We're going to cut that open. And it's so much easier to get nice thin slices when that meat is still nice and firm. You see that right there? You see the ice still coming out of there? So we'll pull this out. We'll discard that container there. Now this is 2 chicken breasts. You see that? Oh, ice still on them. And if it's just kind of too hard for you, just give it a minute or two right there at room temp, and you can start to work with it. Okay. Let's see. I want really nice thin pieces here. There we go. You see how that just holds its form? Boom. Now we can cut out little small pieces. And you can make them even smaller. You see that right there? When it's firm, you make just about the size of the blade is what I really want. About the width of the blade. See how easy that is to do when the yard bird is still frozen. Now those that I cut too big, I'm just going to go in and again, pro tip, we can just, it's still cold, still firm, just slice it up. Look at that. I love the way a lot of the Asian chefs will take their their blade and they do that little and fly it out like that. Isn't that beautiful? See how really like paper thin when you do that. It's even better when you use your what's the big thing called? The flat. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. Paper thin. All right, I'm going to get these cut up before we flatten them. And I'm just going to season these with salt and pepper, because despite the sauce, that lemon sauce is just fabulous. That lemon sauce that we made earlier. Look at that. I've got flour off to my right. Oh, it's really cold. It's stuck to the bottom. It's stuck to the cutting board. Look at that. I love this. Okay, y'all, I'm going to slice up our bird, flatten it out like so. We'll come back and we'll make our lemon chicken. Okay, so now I have never tried a speed up with a split screen. Let's see how it works. Peace. Spread love. Let's get back to cooking. Let's season this with salt and pepper. All right, y'all, I'm going to wash my hands so I can get my salt and pepper shaker, and we'll come back and do more. Brought another cutting board out, added the sliced yard bird there, and as I washed my hands and get them all cleaned up, we're just going to do a little salt, pepper, more pepper than salt. I got pepper there. And I've got my flour on the other side. I'll put a little more pepper in that flour as well. Going to add some salt to it. My grinder didn't sound on them. There we go. There we go. There's that grinding sound. Salt, pepper. And we've got one more breast to slice up. Behind me in the pan, I have oil for frying. I'm using corn oil today. I want something with a nice high smoking point. I'm going to go ahead and slice these even thinner and leave them in big pieces. Look at that. Like, ooh, I just love this little trick of slicing when it's frozen. You all, now that center part is going to stay frozen longer, so I'm going to go to the opposite end because they thaw out quicker, of course. So we'll start slicing there, work our way back to the middle. Get them as thin as possible. Those are really nice. Like I said, like no wider than the width of the blade is perfect. When I say the blade, I'm talking about, of course, the knife blade. It's looking nice, y'all. That yard bird is frozen nicely. I'm going to turn it on the side there and we'll slice it like so. Again, this is a great thing about slicing that frozen chicken, is that you can just make it as thin as you like. Alrighty. We are just about ready to fry, to make our lemon chicken. You see how easy that flattens out? Ooh, baby.
Citrus times Mary, the Meyer Lemon, is a hybrid citrus fruit native to China. It is a cross between a citron and a mandarin / pomelo hybrid. Mature trees are around 6 to 10 ft tall with dark green shiny leaves. The flowers are white with a purple base and are fragrant.
You know, do you have little animals that pop up in your kitchen while you're cooking? I don't know, I get these sharks popping around. I get all kinds. Like, look at him. It's like he wants to eat some of this chicken. Do sharks eat chicken? I thought it was the chicken of the sea tuna fish. Anywho, I'm having a lot of fun with this lemon chicken. little information about the Meyer lemons and how great they are and how they grow. Pictures of my lemon tree in the backyard. This one has really been producing this year. I'm so excited to make desserts and main dishes with this fruit all year.
We are ready to fry.
Hey, check out the voice of that shark. Kind of reminds me of former President Obama. What do you
trees
think?
around 6 to 10 ft tall with dark green shiny leaves. The flower.
Welcome back to the kitchen. Got it reset up a bit. I wanted to show you all before we got really going. This is that zest that I put in the oven to dry. I can add that to some sugar and have a little sweet zest to go in lemonade or whatever else I'm going to use. I've got the burner going on the right side. Lisa Cobb has got me eating frozen broccoli, y'all. I'm starting to really like that vegetable. Okay, go figure, right? Things people from New York will get you to do. I love this thermometer because it gives me an instant read, right? We're at 231. I'm gonna get a little hotter before we go. I've got a second saute pan to cook our, reduce our lemon sauce, okay? All right, let's let the oil get hot enough, then we will start to go ahead and check our temp, see what we got there. Ooh, 333, it's getting there. We can actually start to cook it now because if you wanted to double cook it, it gets it really crispy that second time around. Raise the temperature even more. Quickly, before we get going, here's our zest that we put in the oven earlier. Can add that to sugar. I can grind it up finer, put it in with pepper, make lemon pepper, Okay, so let's do this. I've got a second saute pan here to reduce our sauce. Let me see, excuse me while I put my back to you there. Let's see how hot this is. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Drops in and starts to fry right away. That's a little light coating. And I did go ahead and add a couple more seasoning to it. I added some onion powder. And what else? I put a little sage in there. Sage is a perfect poultry seasoning. With the chicken sliced that thin, it won't take very long for it to cook. So we'll keep an eye on that. On the far side, I've got a baker's rack over a paper plate to absorb, let it drain off that excess oil. And Lisa said she's getting hungry, y'all, so we're gonna hurry this up. I may only cook half of it and cook the rest later so that I can get her dinner served. And then I got homework to do. Tomorrow is the birthday, so I want to try to get my homework done so I don't have to think about it, be under pressure while I'm doing homework. While I'm celebrating my birthday tomorrow. I'm kind of excited. I didn't really want to do a big deal for my birthday because, it's 60. Oop, I can't tell you the number. Next year's a big number though. It's a special number. And flip that over. Wow, look at that. How quick that cooks. That little thin chicken, right? Get it all in there. Southern boys, we love fried chicken. I ain't gonna tell you no joke. Thick, thin, big or small. We like to fry that chicken, y'all. To get my spider out so I can turn this over. So a new pan that Lisa got me for Christmas. It's called a nesting pan. There's a couple of gadgets that came with it, and someday I'll show you all. We'll do a show about this particular pan. Pretty cool. All right, while that's cooking, let's go ahead and get this side going. I'm just taking the spider so I can scoop under it. And I've got a spatula as well. Just making sure everything gets cooked nicely. Isn't that gorgeous? Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be chefs. Let them be chefs, mama. Okay. Now, let's get this front burner going. Gonna heat that up. And what I'm gonna do, this is just a little trick. I'm gonna take a little Pam, cooking spray, just a little bit put on there, not too much, as that heats up. And we're gonna take and whisk this in. Now you notice the sound on the frying sound is lowering. That means the chicken is getting close to being done. I want to get everything in this pan, so just kind of drizzling it off in there. We want to stir this up, little darling, as it cooks. Be careful, I'm going to lower that temperature because I'm going to check on our chicken. I'm going to turn that over. See how with that spider you can get in there, the spider can get in there and really flip everything over. Isn't that pretty? I'm not blocking you with my big old arms reaching across. There we go. Look how that has thickened up. Let's see that right there, isn't that gorgeous? All right, I'm going to turn this burner off and just allow this to sit on that warm. There we go. We can add some more chicken. I make you proud, Martin. Martin Yan, that is. I hope I'm making you proud, brother. I love watching Martin work. Love working with him. His technique. He's such a great teacher. An even better person. Yan can cook. Yan can write, Yan can travel, Yan can teach. He's teaching millions of us on television, watching him do his magic, and also those of us who had the fortune to get a chance to work with him. The dude is an icon. So whenever I try to do Asian dishes, I think of my man Martin and just hope I'm doing him justice. And I've got so many, I shouldn't say just Martin. I think I've cooked with Dan down at his house, Dan Karamoto down at his house. He's cooked at my house, it's just, I've got a lot of brothers and sisters that I love to cook with. Oh, our sauce looks good. All right, y'all, we're gonna wrap up the chick. We're gonna wrap this up. I'll get the broccoli cooked. Finish that up. When we come back, we will taste our lemon yardbird. Everything is in the pan. Woo! That's good stuff. All right, here we go. The lemon sauce. Oh, that looks like a lemon custard. It looks so good. Just gonna drizzle this over the chicken and the broccoli. And let's give it a taste. I should make some rice with this. However, we're trying to watch the carbs. Plus, I don't know where Lisa's taking me tomorrow for dinner, so I'm gonna be ready in case I get to eat a lot. Hey now. Okay, you all. Hope you've enjoyed watching me as I've enjoyed preparing my version of lemon chicken. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. What did I expect? It is good. Wow. I'm about to make more broccoli, baby. Yeah, baby. Peace. Spread love. Let's eat.
Welcome back, everybody. We are talking about the African-American celebration of Kwanzaa. And here to teach us how to prepare a traditional Kwanzaa recipe.
Yes.
And he's the author of Curtis Cooks with Heart and Soul. He's back with us. Curtis Aikens.
Yes.
There you are.
We gotta start with a hug. Give me that hug.
Yay!
You gotta have those hugs. And look at that. Look at that.
Say hi to Daddy.
Little
Can
Curtis.
you say hello,
Yeah,
Curtis?
he wants some more jelly
Look at
beans.
that. He's hanging with Mr. Mike.
we'll get
I
some
thought
jelly
the show
beans.
was
We'll be
hanging with
right
Mr. Cooper, but it's hanging with Mr. Mike. They're leaving.
They went to get jelly beans,
Anyway.
what all kids end up wanting to do.
This recipe is one of those traditional African-American recipes. It's just fabulous. Now, Maddie and I were dancing coming in. The last day of Kwanzaa, right, Chris, is kind of a party. You have the big feast, and then you turn the music on, you start to jam and dance. And so Maddie and I get a little early start on the last day, the faith day of celebration.
And do you dance like African music, or what kind of
One
music?
thing about Kwanzaa is you can make it very personal,
Yes,
so you
you
can
can make it
kind
very
of decide what you want to do.
What you
Little
wanna do.
modern, little James Brown, little
Yeah.
African.
Ow!
Real
Some
good.
temptations here.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
But the thing about Kwanzaa I love the unity part, and also it's the feast, the first harvest, the feast. And one of the items that is so traditional in Africa that we've brought over and incorporated in this holiday is working with yams. Now you notice the potatoes we used here, it's a light colored
Light,
pie.
yeah.
This is one of the lighter colored yams. There's like 5 or 6 different types of sweet potatoes which are traditional here in the States that are used in place of yams, and you can make a nice dark pie by using a richer colored yam. This is a wonderful recipe. I believe every African-American mom knows how to make a sweet potato pie. and most of her sons, right, Chris?
Absolutely.
Do you know, really?
Yes, ma'am.
And Curtis will learn to and teach to Mike over there.
Right.
You
Let me
having fun,
just tell
big boy?
you that I wanted to know exactly what I was cooking today, so I've already had half
You've
of
had-
mine.
Maddie,
Just to
stop
be able
it.
to sell it better.
So why don't we cook this thing so everyone can make this for Kwanzaa? All right, we're going to start off here with the sweet potatoes. We've taken 2 medium sweet potatoes and peeled and diced them right there. And what we're going to do with that next, Maddie, is cook that. You're laughing, you sweet thing.
So I'm laughing at little Curtis with all the jelly beans.
You'll stop it. Anyway, his mother's going to kill us for all those jelly beans. But we've got right here 1.5 cups to 2 cups of water. What we're going to do with that, Maddie, is just cook the potatoes in that. Then you'll discard the water. We'll talk about
Okay.
that when we start making the pie.
Okay.
Here we've got a stick of butter, okay? Now, it's a little bit, under these lights, it's melted a bit.
I was going to
but-
say.
Okay. You like
Didn't
that?
quite stay hard. It's a little melted, but
Stop
that's
out.
fine.
Stop that. Anyway, we've got 3/4 to 1 cup of sugar. We'll talk about why it's not a precise measurement in a minute or two. Right here, I've got a couple of eggs, Maddie, that are beaten. Beat them up. Right,
Beat 'em.
Curtis?
Beat 'em.
Right, Chris? Right, Mike?
Yeah.
Wake up over there,
Beat 'em
boys.
silly. I'm with you.
The next thing we have, this is one of Mama's secrets that she learned from Grandma. It's buttermilk, everybody. Remember buttermilk?
Oh, gosh.
The last
Buttermilk
two
makes everything
ingredients.
so
oh,
yummy.
Buttermilk is so nice. We've got a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, the little vanilla flavoring.
Is that it? Look at that.
That's it. That's it right there. And we've got a homemade pie crust. Now let's make this thing. Of course, we've taken and cooked those sweet potatoes right here, Maddie. They're nice and soft. And while they're still hot, let's add the butter. Can you pass it
Okay,
over, Maddie?
sure.
Now, what I want you to do at home is mash this in very well. Just take your potato masher and mash that up. The next thing, and go ahead and cream those, Maddie. The next thing you want to do is
Cream 'em.
cream them up really good. You add that 3/4 cup of sugar and just go ahead and mash that in. And what I want you to do at home is after you've added 3 cups of sugar, stop and taste this. If
To make sure it's not too sweet.
and if it's not sweet enough, add more sugar.
Oh,
we
so
start at
that's where the 3/4 to the
right, and then add more. Now, we can add the raw eggs.
Okay.
Okay? And 2 things here. The potatoes are still hot, so you don't have to worry about salmonella. They're going to cook, and then also we're going to be baking it. The last thing we add is our buttermilk. Can you pour that in, Maddie, while I mash these up?
Sure.
And then the vanilla goes in there. Okay?
I would add a bit more vanilla, but that's
You
just
would?
me.
Well, you can do that. It's that south of the border thing, right? Ow, give me that yellow, Maddie. Give me that yellow. I love that thing. Anyhow.
You need Tabasco for that, and Tabasco
I love that.
no place in here.
Anyway,
But,
I'm going to mash this up, Maddie, and we're going to turn it into our pie shell, okay?
Okay.
We're going to turn this into pie shell, and take your time at home and mash this up really good till it's almost creamy. And then we're going to bake that in our 325-degree oven for about an hour.
Can't you put it in a blender? Or
Yes,
should
you can.
you do
Yes,
it
you can.
that way?
But Mama makes what's called a grated sweet potato pie that looks very much like that. So it's okay if it's not creamy, fine creamy, but go ahead and you can do it in a blender. But what you want to do is 325 for about an hour, okay? Insert a straw. If it doesn't come out clean, bake it a little longer, okay? And it's okay, you can raise
Okay.
that temperature like 375.
Okay.
We're going to try it, Curtis Jr.,
Yep.
Mike, Chris.
This one's so good. What do you add differently to your sweet potato pie? Are
you want
the
some?
ingredients basically
No?
the same?
Basically the same. His looks
Whatever
a lot better
he
than mine
said.
does.
Oh, cut it
Whatever
out,
he
Chris.
said.
Cut it out. Junior, what do you think? You have fun?
He likes the jelly beans. I like the
my.
pie.
You like the pie? This has been
This
fun.
is so good. And
Happy Kwanzaa, everybody.
Good.
it's truly best. This is just a tip from me. It's truly best to eat it when it's warm.
I agree. I totally agree.
That's just for me.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Eat up. Bon appetit.
Love
The book is called Heart and Soul. Huh?
Buy that thing.
Hey,
Yummy,
yeah.
yummy.
You can
Happy
eat it, you can
Kwanzaa.
feel it,
Thanks
you can
for
be it.
sharing
We'll take a break, be
your
right back.
experience.
Thank you, Curtis. Thank you, Curtis.
To get the recipe for Curtis Aikens sweet potato pie or for more information on today's show, call our hotline at 900-568-7777. The cost is 50 cents per minute.